day 4 of the 25 Days of Christmas Album Reviews. I'm Bradley, and today we are doing Michael Bublé's Christmas album. Came out in 2011, and I believe the deluxe came out in 2012. And it's Michael Bublé, the boobs. We all love him. Or most of us do. But anyways, this album, if people ask like what's their favorite modern day Christmas album, I imagine they would probably say either Mariah Carey's 1994 record or this one. And it's kind of crazy how this is really only the main prominent huge pop record within the last 10 years, but it is. And if you think about it, it's actually really cool because not too many jazzy sounds get to the top of the charts, but this one did. And the amount of money that Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé pull in is nuts, and I don't even want to look at it. But focusing on the album, the vocal performance on this thing is stellar as always. It's Michael Bublé, it's buttery, it's smooth, it's elegant, it's classy, it's very formal, as always, because I mean, again, we're looking here at the modern Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Bing Crosby. That's Michael Bublé. I'm sure he's annoyed with that comparison, but that's what it is. And overall, this album is really good. It's relaxing most of the time, and really that's the first 2 tracks right off the bat. It's really relaxing, it's quiet, it's chill, gets you in the mood for just background music, because that's really what those two are. It really starts kicking off here on Jingle Bells, the Puppini Sisters, which apologies if that's incorrect pronunciation, but they really reminded me of the Andrews Sisters when the Andrews Sisters sang with Bing Crosby on his Mele Kalikimaka track, which also, my bad for saying that wrong, but it just reminds me of that almost Rockettes vibe, where we're kicking our legs high, and we the leading men are singing and dancing with the leading ladies of their 50s movie. That's what I imagine with the Jingle Bells song. White Christmas, also a really memorable track. It has a full sound. It's very classic jazz, a very full, like I said, very full jazz sound. Great Shania Twain duet. And she's the one that really steals the show, and I would say kind of overshadows Bublé a little bit on this one. Holly Jolly is one of my personal favorites because it has a really cool, silky smooth guitar solo that really reminds me somewhat like Small World by Mac Miller, where John Mayer comes in and swoops and steals the show on that song. Same thing. Whoever's playing guitar on this, it really is awesome. And I'm thinking of like marshmallows being slowly dropped into my hot chocolate. Because wow, I just want to sit and near a fire with a blanket and just sip some hot chocolate to this one. It's good. And of course, we were on a pretty good streak there. A lot of positive review points, but wow, Santa Baby just comes in like a wrecking ball and destroys it. Because pump the brakes, this. Oh, wow. Like, it's not an intermission. It is an interruption, is what this is. And it's just, I don't care how well Michael Bublé can sing, Santa Baby's just never going to be good. The lyrics are awkward, they're cringe, and honestly, like, didn't matter. Like, his vocal performance wasn't that stellar on it anyways. Luckily, Christmas Baby Please Come Home, which, as we know with the last 2 reviews, one of my favorite Christmas songs, it comes in and at least brings a little redemption, but again, like, this song is not written for Michael Bublé. He doesn't have the range for this song, and if he does, he's not doing it right, because you just think, shouldn't he be going a little bit higher? And it just feels like there's almost like a limiter to Michael Bublé. It doesn't quite get to where you want it, and really, Blue Christmas comes in and saves the day, which is in his vocal range, and I love this one. This is personally my favorite. Like, Holly Jolly is good, but Blue Christmas, wow, it's got this New Orleans sound, it's got a brassy sound, and I was listening to this with my mom a little bit earlier, and I genuinely looked at her and I said, wow, I did not expect that, because it's a really cool sound. I would never have imagined that take for Blue Christmas. Anyways, Ave Maria comes in, and if the album ended there, it would have high marks from me, because overall there would be no bad tracks. It would just be Santa Baby. That was a bad track. And then maybe Christmas, Baby Please Come Home being a meh. But unfortunately, this album does not end with Ave Maria's beautiful cut. Instead, we take it one step further, and he's probably thinking, oh, instead of ending it with a slow track, I'm going to end it with Feliz Navidad. So, which to me means party time, but nope, it is brunch time. And Feliz Navidad, it was just boring. Like, that was his ending on the standard edition of this album. It's just weak and uninspired and just bleh. The deluxe didn't really do much justice either. All these tracks were just kind of throwaways. Winter Wonderland was fine, but Frosty the Snowman is met as ever, and Silver Bells was a forced harmony. So, and then actually too, the album ends with Michael Bublé doing a Christmas greeting like Frank Sinatra. So overall, this album started well, had a great middle, bad like 3/4 of the way through, and then Blue Christmas comes in for a little redemption, but overall it's like it's kind of frustrating. So unfortunately, my fond memories of this album growing up don't carry on to now, because I was a little disappointed. I'm giving this album a 6.3. Again, nothing wrong with his vocal performance, but the tracks themselves, they're yeah. They were fine. They were good. I definitely would recommend listening to this, but stick with Jingle Bells, White Christmas, Holly Jolly, and Blue Christmas, and Ave Maria. Anything out of those 5, yeah, I'd pass. That's my review. Was I a little too harsh? Let me know. And we'll see what we're doing tomorrow. Always keep recommending me some stuff to review. I know someone, I think my sister actually said Sufjan Stevens. I'm excited to review that one. I will review a Justin Bieber album. I really will. I just, see, I already have a little bias. So I'm hoping that I'm surprised. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.